Introduction. The overall objective of information security is the protection of the valuable resources of an organization, information, computer hardware and software. Through selection and taking appropriate precautions, security facilitates the mission of an organization by protecting its physical and financial resources, reputation, employees and other tangible and intangible assets. A common concept in literature is that a successful organization should have several layers of security to protect its activities. Physical security, protection of physical objects or areas from unauthorized access and improper usage. Security of employees, the protection of people or groups of people, who have authorized access to the organization and its operations. Operations security, protection of a particular operation or a series of activities. Communications security, protection of the communication environment, the technologies used and the contents. Network security, protection of network components, links and content. Information security, protection of the confidentiality, integrity and availability of information upon storing, processing or transmission. That can be accomplished by applying security policies, training and increase of knowledge and technology as well. The present module aims to explore information security in particular and its legal aspects. The module presents the basic theoretical knowledge in this area as well as the essentials to acquire specific practical skills. The materials presented are consistent with the state of play of legislation, the Constitution, laws and regulations, the criminal policy of the state, the commitment of Bulgaria as an EU member state as well as other relevant international acts. The materials are highly targeted towards public sector officials, who could use them as the basis upon which to improve and increase their competence. The content of the materials included in the module is consistent with the target audience of trainees and the results of the conducted surveys. The module discusses key issues related to the legal protection of certain types of highly sensitive information, which requires the adoption and application of specific legal measures to guarantee their security. The module particularly focuses on the specificity of classified information protection, public information and personal data protection as examples of such types of information. Another aspect of legal regulations on information security, which is presented in the module, is the forms of legislation in the EU. Chapter 1 presents two basic regulations, the General Data Protection Regulation, EU 2016-679, GDPR, and Directive, EU 2016-680. It also includes a brief description of the main institutions which guarantee that EU law is applied consistently by all member states, the European Data Protection Board and the European Data Protection Supervisor. The next chapters and sections address the implementation of these acts in national legislation. Chapter 2 focuses on personal data protection and the Personal Data Protection Act. System breaches and personal data leakage are among the biggest challenges facing security at both national and international level. Chapter 3 presents the legal framework for the protection of classified information. The different types of classified information are examined as sources of extremely important information, in both its content and nature. Chapter 4 deals with the right of access to public information. The types of public information, the procedure for granting access to public information, the grounds for refusal of access to public information, as well as the administrative penalty provisions laid down by the Access to Public Information Act are examined. Chapter 5 examines the criminal liability for disclosure of state secrets, the unauthorized disclosure of classified information and loss of documents and materials containing classified information. The respective offenses are considered in detail,